Good evening. Welcome to South Asia Newsline. I am Nidhi Taneja. Here are the top stories we are tracking for you on Wednesday, the 10th of August. Indian Prime Minister, Russian President inaugurate first unit of nuclear power plant. Former lawmaker sentenced to death in Bangladesh for war crimes. And about 600 schools closed down in Afghanistan due to insurgency. And now for all the details. The first unit of Kudankulam nuclear power plant in southern India was inaugurated on Wednesday. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Russian President Vladimir Putin jointly dedicated the power plant to the nation.
Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Russian President Vladimir Putin jointly inaugurated the first unit of Kudankulam nuclear power plant in India's southern province of Tamil Nadu. The inauguration was solemnized through a video conference in the presence of Tamil Nadu Provincial Chief J. Jayalalitha. The leaders assured it was one of the safest atomic plants in the world.
I have a vision for India where achievements of our economic development are respectful to Mother Earth and where the engines of our industrial growth are increasingly driven by clean energy. Kudankulam 1 is an important addition to India's continuing efforts to scale up production of clean energy in India.
The 1000 megawatt Kudankulam 1 plant has been built with technical assistance from Russia. The Indo-Russian project signals strong bilateral ties between the two countries.
Moving on, the federal government of Pakistan is ignorant towards the dwindling economy of GilgitBaltistan. People are left to suffer due to the stagnant process of policy making. Locals in the region have expressed discontent over the mining policy in the region.
In spite of having an abundance of precious stones, Gilgit-Baltistan continues to suffer as Pakistan and now China are exploiting the natural resources of the illegally occupied region with little respect to the interests of the locals. The new Mining and Minerals Policy 2016 for Gilgit-Baltistan gives powers of issuing mining licenses to the bureaucracy in Islamabad, who harass the people living in the region. The policy has further deepened the acute sense of deprivation and feelings of alienation among the people of the region.
उनका ये कहना है कि गैर मुकामी अफराद को जो गिलगित बल्तिस्तान की और पाकिस्तान के से नहीं है, जो बैरूनी मुल्क से उनको लीज़ न दिया जाए, बल्कि इनको इन पे मुकामी अफराद का हक़ है और मुकामी अफराद को उसमें शामिल किया जाए।
इस वक्त कितने लीज़ उनका कहना है कि बाहर रोक दिया?
इस वक्त कह रहे हैं कि 3 वो चाइना है, कोई कोरियन है, वो यहाँ पे उनको लीज़ दिया गया है, लेकिन यहाँ पे इनका ये भी है कि जो बाहर से लोग आए लीज़ लिए हैं वो मुकामी अफराद उनके साथ ताउन भी नहीं कर रहे हैं, तो वो आके पैसे कमा के चले जाते।
Gilgit-Baltistan is one of the most underdeveloped regions in Pakistan, and despite having the plentiful resources, its people continue to live in poverty.
In Afghanistan, almost 600 schools have been shut down due to rising insurgency and insecurity in the war-torn country. The Education Minister Asadullah Hani Balkhi has called on all warring sides to avoid attacking schools and using them as shields. Future of many children in Afghanistan looms in darkness due to rising violence and spate-in attacks by Afghan Taliban and other terror outfits. Afghanistan recorded highest civilian casualties last year at 11,002, in which 1 in 4 was a child. Moving on to news from Bangladesh. A special tribunal on Wednesday sentenced former JamaatEislami lawmaker Sakhawat Hossain to death for his crimes against humanity committed during the Bangladeshi Liberation War in 1971. A report.
The International Crimes Tribunal in Dhaka sentenced former JamaatEislami and Bangladesh National Party lawmaker Shakhawat Hussain to death while 7 others have been sentenced jail until death. This came following a case filed against the convicted in connection with crimes committed during the 1971 Liberation War. The accused were facing 5 charges of crimes including killing and rape. While 2 out of 7 accused were produced before the court, 6 remain absconding. Another accused died during the trial. Most of the convicts belong to JamaatEislami, a party which openly opposed Bangladesh's liberation from Pakistan. The party claims that the tribunal falls short of international standards and accuses the government of carrying a political vendetta, a charge the government denies.
Security officials in Bangladesh have arrested 6 suspected members of the banned Islamist group Jamaatul Mujahideen Bangladesh or JMB as part of a crackdown on radical Islamists. The law enforcers also recovered firearms and explosives from their possession. The arrests were made during raids throughout Dhaka on Tuesday night. Authorities have stepped up crackdown following the July 1 attack on a cafe in Dhaka that left 20 people, including 17 foreigners, dead. Moving on to news from Maldives. The Maldivian lawmakers have approved bill imposing severe restrictions on free speech and press freedom. The bill was passed despite widespread outrage and concern in both domestic and international forums. A report.
The People's Majlis, a unicameral legislative body of the Maldives, has legalized criminal defamation, which opposition claims is aimed at stifling dissent and gives authorities sweeping powers to target the media. The law, which President Abdullah Yamin's administration pushed through despite widespread international criticism, criminalizes defamatory speech, remarks, writings, and actions that include gestures deemed to be against any tenet of Islam in the Muslim-majority country. The United Nations has expressed its concerns over the law and called it a serious setback for freedom of expression in the country. Meanwhile, the United Nations Human Rights Chief Zeid Ra'ad Al Hussein has also called on the government of Maldives to not to carry out planned executions for convicts on death row. He has also urged the government to hold a moratorium the country had respected for decades.
The High Commissioner says that the Maldives has long provided important leadership on global efforts to bring an end to the use of the death penalty. So it is deeply regrettable that a series of steps have now been taken to resume executions in the country.
Abdullah Yamin government has time and again been criticized by opposition and international community for undermining democracy in Maldives.
In India, preparations for 70 years of Indian independence from the British Raj are underway in the subcontinent. Students and artists in southern India have come up with innovative ideas to mark the day.
About 600 students in India's southern Tamil Nadu province set a new world record by designing and painting the national flag on 3 feet long cloth ahead of country's 70th Independence Day. Students painted the tricolour for more than an hour using water-based colours.
Just few days ahead of our Independence Day, we are happy to set a world record. That is, most number of people painting our national flag at the same venue for more than 1 hour, and more than 600 people are students are taking part in this, and we are painting our national flag with tricolour, that is saffron, white and green. This we are dedicating to our nation, our former President APJ Abdul Kalam.
A man in southern Coimbatore city, passionate about creating innovative displays on Independence Day, designed bamboo sticks with faces of freedom fighters.
முக்கியமான தலைவர்கள 24 தலைவர்களை வந்து நான் அந்த மூங்கில்ல நெருப்புல சுட்டு வடிவமைச்சிருக்கிறேன். இது பாத்தீங்கன்னா காலத்துக்கு அழியாத ஒரு பொக்கிஷமான ஓவியம்னு சொல்லலாம். இது எதுக்கு நான் பண்ணியிருக்கிறேன்னா அவங்கெல்லாம் வந்து எவ்வளவோ கஷ்டப்பட்டு இந்த சுதந்திரத்தை நமக்கு வாங்கி கொடுத்துருக்குறாங்க. என்னுடைய பங்கு, என்னுடைய கலைத்துறையில் என்னுடைய ஒரு சிறிய காணிக்கையாக இந்த ஓவியத்தை நான் வரைஞ்சிருக்கிறேன்.
India celebrates its Independence Day on August 15th.
Well, that's the way it was in South Asia this evening. Before we conclude the top stories once again. Indian Prime Minister, Russian President inaugurate first unit of nuclear power plant. Former lawmaker sentenced to death in Bangladesh for war crimes. And about 600 schools closed down in Afghanistan due to insurgency. Now our viewers can watch the show on SouthAsiaNewsline.com. You can also visit us on Facebook.com/SAsiaNewsline and follow us on Twitter @SAsiaNewsline. That's all in tonight's edition. We'll see you same time tomorrow. Good night.